This is a demonstration of the AI model builder that is new to this innovation release 5.10.0. When you have installed this version of Semaphore and go to services, you can go in and configure the model builder parameters. So here we expect you to enter the details for your Azure subscription to their OpenAI interface. So we're expecting the customer to provide their own Azure interface. So that's a good way of ensuring that customer data doesn't leak between different customers. When you enter the detail, that's your key, the URL, and the deployment name. You can test it, and we'll find everything set up fine. So once the installers have done that, the subject matter experts can go into their models. I'm going to pick on one that I created earlier, music. And if we go into master, if we have a look at the structure, you can see that I have created an instrument class with different types of instrument underneath it. You can tell I come from an orchestral background. And in my languages, I have defined English and French in the model. So let's have a look at the model. So I've already done a little bit of work on this, but let's go to woodwind instruments. I can click on suggest narrow concepts. I can get suggestions, and I get a number of suggestions. If I don't have enough suggestions, I can always load more. You'll notice that it has assigned the concept class to the items that it's found. That's great. However, I'm going to say the contra bassoon is a kind of bassoon, so I'm going to select all concepts and deselect contra bassoon, and I'm going to deselect English horn because it's a type of oboe, and I'm going to create those concepts in my model. There we go. Now, if I want to be more precise about what gets generated, I can choose what data is sent to the LLM about my concept. So I can specify in more detail my request. I get suggestions. There we go. A number of bassoon types, so I can run them all in. Okay, the other element of the new functionality is the ability to suggest alternative labels. So if I go to float, I can suggest alternative labels. Again, I could, if I wanted to, change the input going, but let's just keep it simple and get the suggestions. And that will come back with suggestions for the concept in the languages that I have in my model. So it's come back with a handful of alternative labels, both in English and French, which are the languages defined in the model. It's selected at the min. So you can see very quickly I've generated a whole new branch of my model using the LLM to suggest terms. But because I, as a subject matter expert, have been reviewing the process, I'm on the lookout for hallucinations from the LLM and can act as a quality filter on the data suggested by the LLM.